1 in 50 US children are victimized with child identity theft. And what I'm going to do today is show you how to prevent that. There are over $1 billion in losses due to child identity theft every single year, and we need to put a stop to this, and it's super easy. I'm going to show you the exact walkthrough today. Additionally, I had a student that had an 8-month-old son. Identity thieves came after them. They had 2 cars shipped out of state plus $100,000 in liabilities under an 8-month-old. Yes, how is that legal? I know. It's not. But these criminals and these cyber thieves are victimizing your children because we aren't paying attention to your child's credit score. A 3-year-old typically doesn't take out debt. Therefore, they don't even have a file. So today I'm going to show you how to avoid your children being victimized. How to freeze your kids' credit is the most important thing here. So why are we even doing this? Like I said, credit freezes are especially helpful for minors since they will likely not be opening any new credit, and it prevents other people from committing credit fraud under your child's name. That's a given. Children's social security numbers are very attracted to identity thieves because they are often clean and not yet flagged in fraud databases. And this is peace of mind for yourself, and it's a very easy lift, like I mentioned. And just to note is 16 and 17-year-olds may request to freeze themselves. Experian actually allows minors age 14 and older to place their own freezes. We'll get to that here shortly. Expectations going into this are really easy, guys. So within 3 business days of receiving your mailed request, certified mail, the credit bureau should place the freeze. The freeze is going to remain in place until your child unfreezes later to apply for a credit card, car loans, student loans, or other credit. Very easy to unfreeze as well. We'll get to that. So how to actually freeze your child's credit? Very, very easy process. There's 3 credit bureaus that you're going to have to contact. So that is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. I'm going to have the direct links in the show notes below for everybody to use. The next thing is providing necessary information. Each one of these bureaus are going to be slightly different. We'll get to the details, but it's pretty direct and common sense as to what you need for each one of these. So you're going to need to provide proof of your identity, the child's identity, usually a birth certificate, and proof of guardianship. And then just follow the bureau's instructions. Each bureau has specific instructions for freezing a minor's credit file, which I'm going to provide you in a second. And then pro tips, guys, keep copies of everything. Please do not just get rid of these. Google Drive, maybe something on your, like right here, I have a personal folder on my desktop, something simple like that. Keep everything, copies of everything. Use certified mail, like I mentioned earlier, with tracking, and then create like a credit freeze folder with all the docs, dates sent, confirmation info, everything in one location so that nothing happens. Down the line, your kids are going to need to unfreeze this likely. So we'll get to that eventually as well. So I'm going to show you specifically as to what you need document wise and everything you need to know. So like I said, Equifax, Experian, TransUnion. So with Equifax, I'm going to have you a direct link to this. This is a document that you're going to fill out for each child to place a security freeze on your Equifax credit report of a minor. Please send via US mail this form along with copies of the items below to verify your information and address, as well as the individual requiring the security freeze. Placing, temporarily lifting, and permanently removing a security freeze is free. So none of this costs you money. Like I said, super easy. Here's the file right here. You must also provide copies of the minor's social security card and birth certificate with this one in particular, Equifax. And then here's the exact place to mail it. So print this off, complete it, get these 2 documents, mail it with certified mail. Boom. There you go. The second thing is Experian. So this is the second bureau. Again, very easy information here. Your requester, the parent or legal guardian of the minor 14 years or older is right here. Very easy information. And then minor's information 13 years and younger are right here. Check that box. Obviously, if you have anything going on here with blind, visually impaired, or anything like that, click what you need here. Additional comments, print the form. It says, in order to fill out the Experian, to find out if Experian's database contains credit information about your minor's child, you will need to write us with the following. And then here's a list of everything you're going to need. And then mail this form directly right here. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Last one is TransUnion as well. So how do I freeze for my minor child? We go through this right here. Here's what you need to provide: a written request to place and protect a consumer freeze on the named individual's file, and a copy of one piece of documentation that provides sufficient proof of authority that you have the authority to act on behalf of the minor or dependent, such as, and it gives you your list of items here, and social security card, certified or official copy of birth certificate, and copy of driver's license. And again, it says specifically here, make sure that is for the identity of the minor and dependent, as well as confirming your identity. So that's important there. And then again, mail to this location here. Pretty straightforward. Now, when you mail this stuff in, I want you to also come up with a document on top of that to add to the mix. I'm going to give you a free child freeze credit template that gives you direct inputs. So you're going to have to fill this out with your full name, street address, etc. But it's straightforward. This is a template you can use, print it off, and subject would be request to place credit freeze for minor. You can have all of this, readily prepared with just filling in some of the blanks for your child's name, and then add this letter in each piece of certified mail along with the documents at the various different credit bureaus. Very direct, very, straight to the point. Obviously, if you have multiple children, you want to do this for everyone. I have 2 children myself, so as of now, I'll be doing this for 2 individuals, making sure this is done at Equifax, Experian, as well as TransUnion, and it's pretty common sense. You can even see my little girls running behind me right now. But this is important, guys. There's a reason why we do this, is we are protecting our kids. They are literally at risk of being victimized by identity criminals, cyber criminals. We want to get that risk out, and it's very doable. This is exactly how to do it. Go take action right now. Links are in the show notes below that give you direct links to all the documents you need. And get started. Finish this today. Be done with it. Then when you want to unfreeze credit in the future, it's very simple. If I ever Google, let's call it one of the bureaus, let's call it Equifax, unfreeze credit. And if I can type, there we go. And if you just click on this first link, it's going to pop up. Manage a freeze is obviously what you want to do. And you're just going to unfreeze the credit after you sign into your account, which you have to sign in, obviously, to get access to them. But super simple, just freeze or unfreeze. Same thing. You can call them, of course. You can mail them if you want, but easiest way is online, in my opinion. So hopefully that helps and is very beneficial for you guys going forward.